I really think we found a way to bring the dojo outdoors. Welcome to a little bit of a different format from my regular programming. My name is Jose, I'm a youngling in Kendo, and today I wanted to share something that happened on my stream. I do live streams on Sundays, and every once in a while, I say something interesting, but a lot of the times you guys share some stuff that just blows my mind. So I wanted to take a moment to share what happened in this particular stream because I know the streams run kind of long and I think there was really good information, and I kind of don't want the information to just get lost. And let me tell you what happened. I was talking in the stream about some of the challenges that we may face when practices in different type of floors, and I was also bringing up the point that now a lot of schools and dojos are bringing the classes to the outdoors because of that thing going on in the world. And someone shared something that blew my mind, a way to bring the dojo to the outdoors. They found these tiles that you'll see in the video, and it's just, I think, a great way to bring people back into Kendo, to make sure that people are doing Kendo, and also to promote good Kendo. Because you take away some of the challenges that you may have from being outdoors, maybe using shoes and so on. I think you need to watch this and just tell me what ideas you will give to this type of floor, maybe for the future. Maybe it's something that we can use for presentations. Maybe you can get a little patch and just for personal practice. Whenever you don't have access to the dojo, you can take the dojo somewhere else. I think it has a lot of potential. I will leave the link of the tiles that I found that resembles the one in the video, so you can check them out, see if it's a viable solution for you, or maybe you can find an alternative that's cheaper. Please, if you do, let me know. But again, this is a little bit of a different format that I normally do. I trimmed out some of the extra stuff just to make sure that I get to the point. So please just watch the video, tell me what you think. Your feedback will be greatly appreciated. If you like this type of videos, please let me know. Hit the like button, please. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell as well, just so that way you know when I'm going live or I post new videos. I do live streams Sundays 3:30 p.m. You can come, talk about Kendo, watch some videos with me, and just share your thoughts and share the things that you have found about Kendo. That'll probably help somebody else. Thank you very much. Please stay safe, and I really hope you enjoy this. A long time ago, I read a study, or I don't know if it was a study, I think it was an article, talking about the different types of floor, and it was from a Japanese sensei that he said that he traveled, and if somebody has that article, please let me know. But this sensei traveled throughout the world, and he practiced in different dojos, and obviously there are three main floors that we see, that we practice mostly in Kendo, right? It's either the wooden floor, the rubber mats or the tatami, right? And then there's also the like concrete or tile or vinyl that looks like wood. So the reason why he wrote this article, he said that because each floor will have a benefit or a problem, and we need to be aware of it to avoid creating bad habits. The floors in Japan, the dojo's floor in Japan are like the most appropriate floor. It's a wooden floor that has a little bit of give, right? So it's a little bit of flexibility, and that's the one that's most preferred to do Kendo. But sometimes we get to practice in like a rubber mats or tatami where it's squishy. And the problem with that is that a lot of times people have maybe stronger fumikomi because they're not so afraid to hitting hard the floor, but they don't have good follow through because they're afraid that their foot might get stuck along the way, and they tend to have shorter footwork after a strike, and that's something that obviously you have to pay attention and correct to promote good Kendo. Personally, I had an injury with a rubber mat where my big toe got stuck on it and it hyperflexed, and yeah, I'm still feeling it even though it was like years ago. The next floor that he mentions obviously is concrete. And the problem with that is that, yes, people tend to have a more shy fumikomi, or like they don't have such a big leap on the fumikomi, but they tend to have a little bit of better follow through or better footwork as they go through. And obviously those are things that we want to train and we want to make sure that we fix up. But now the problem that I'm seeing right now, because now people are practicing outside, it's, grass or uneven terrain, like on uneven ground. And I kind of wanted to just bring that to attention because I know a lot of dojos are doing. As a matter of fact, give me 1 second. I'll show you. So I think this is pretty cool. This is pretty good training, right? What do you guys think? I think they're doing a very good job at keeping the students motivated, at keep the training going. And you see, like, they're being very active as well. It's nice. But what are some of the problems you think could be present because of training outside? So Ben, you're saying that practicing on grass and stuff, with all that extra friction you have to deal with, it is. And that's kind of one of the things that I want to, I want to bring up. Melvin, you said that it looks really good. However, you don't know whether you could practice with shoes or not, and that's the thing that I wanted to bring up. I have practiced outdoors before, and as a matter of fact, I practiced in the beach, which sucks, by the way. Trying to go with the sand, it is really crazy. But I'm going to say the main problem that I see normally with uneven terrain is lifting of your toes. You're going to lead with your heels. And that, I think that's the first thing that we need to be careful to correct and try to correct. Obviously, I think they did a very good job at finding a somewhat even spot. So it's not too much like hills or whatever. I see that they have separation between the lanes or the courts. But one thing that I'm going to say, and this is, I haven't really tried it, I'm going to be honest, but it's something that I'd studied before when it comes to barefoot running. If you read literature on barefoot running, the whole point of it is that you want to land with your whole foot, much like Fumikomi, right? Instead of landing with your heel, because you don't want to land on the bone. One of the books that I was reading when I was studying this is, it says that like the habit of landing with our heel, it's learned through our growth of using shoes when we're like little babies, and the sole is very thick. So when the sole is very thick, it kind of gets on the way of the step. The sole gets on the way and kind of gets the habit. It gives the habit of landing with the heel first. And obviously we don't feel it because the thickness of the shoe, because we're young, it doesn't hurt anything. We're not getting that feedback. Where a barefoot runner, they would train themselves to land with the whole foot over the heel. So I think that if you're training on grass, if your dojo is training on grass, I think this is one of the things that we need to pay attention. My suggestion, that is the same suggestion that I read on that book when I was studying about barefoot running, it's use thin soles shoes. Melvin, you said that it looks really good. However, you don't know if you could do it, if you could practice in shoes or not. I mean, yeah, that's the challenge, and I think the right shoes also help, but it's definitely not easy. Pokemon, you tried it bare feet, that works better on grass. You need to check the area though. Yeah, and that's another problem. If you want to do it with your bare feet, as a matter of fact, maybe even like tabby, like the tabby with the leather sole, that'll probably work. That'll probably be a way to try. Pokemon, you said you have shoes which have very worn and thin soles, so you do feel it if you land wrong. So you use those for outdoor subure, for example, and with tiles in the garden. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Now, one thing though, you want to make sure, and this is another thing that now we have to start being careful with, is that if you're using shoes and you have a shoe that's been worn for a while, the sole doesn't get worn evenly, right? Normally it has like a bend, or not a bend, like a slope in the back, and you want to make sure that you're also keeping your feet straight, because then you can also get like shin splints. And this, again, like I have a lot of friends that are runners, and I have a friend that's a triathlonist and a triathlon athlete, and another one that's like a biathlon, the one that do two sports. And this is like number one thing they say: your running shoes are only for running. Don't even use them to walk to the spot where you're gonna start running. That's like they swear by that. When it comes to, you know, the adaptations that we are doing to keep Kendo going, we have to also be conscious of some of the problems that we may face. In order to reduce it, we need to address them. So when we go back to the dojo, we don't come out with bad habits that then we're gonna have to restructure. So I am really happy to see people practicing like this outside, and I think they're doing a very good job. That's something that I would love to try out, to give personal feedback, but I need to find people that will want to do that. There's also, like in my case, I know a park where it has like wooden platforms, and I done like kata and stuff like that in with shoes, and that was actually pretty good. So if you find a spot like that, I think that's good. Some of the things to help you out with the other types of floor, for me, in my experience, when it comes to like the rubber mats, tabi, because it keeps your toes together and you avoid getting that injury that I got. And for like, you know, harder floor, harder wood, concrete, vinyl, whatever, the kakato, the heel protector. Okay, Tobias, you're saying that one idea from Croatia, Rijeka, is using wood tiles they can transport. So, oh, okay. So, and you send the link. Let me check it out. And okay, it sent me out to this from a stream. Okay, let's see what shows up. This is pretty cool, and this is pretty smart. Look where they're putting the tiles. They're putting them on top of a track, and if you don't know this, if you never ran a track, the track has a little bit of give. So that's actually pretty on point. I like it. You're saying that those are wooden tiles, and they look like they're interlocking, because like you see the little tile on the bottom left corner. We need to blow this up. We need to blow this up. This is actually genius. Let me see if I can get a better view of the wood tile. Oh, okay, cool. This is actually pretty cool. This is pretty interesting. So now it seems that they are. It seems that they are wood with some type of maybe metal, you know, interlocking mechanism. Oh, awesome, Jan! Thank you for being on point with the Discord. That's actually pretty awesome. Oh, by the way, my shirt doesn't just say "Eat Sleep." It says "Eat Sleep, Kendo, Repeat." So yeah, just so you know, I just noticed that. This is actually pretty cool. This is actually pretty interesting. I need to keep looking into this, because you see, you cannot really see it on the picture, but I seen the rubber mats that fit. But I never even think about looking for wooden tiles. But it's awesome. It's awesome because look, they're able to train without shoes. I'm 100% sure that this track has a little bit of cushion, a little bit of give. So even if this was a little bit too stiff, I think that this will be able to give a little bit of cushion the track. Tobias, so you're saying that your friends from Croatia had the idea. You think they used it for dancing usually? Yeah, I mean, like, listen, I didn't know about the existence of this. I think this is a great thing. That's a big question, Melvin. Are they heavy to transport? And listen, now thinking about this, there's a lot of things that we can do to kind of simulate this. I think in every country we're going to have different products, but maybe we can find something. Because, for example, the dojo where I was practicing before, the one I'm practicing now, we had wooden floor that was interlocking, right? So it like one piece, it was bamboo. What was the word? Like bamboo pieces, like long bamboo pieces. One of them had like a groove from one side, and then the edge on the other one, and they will fit in, so that way like it will be flat on the top, and you know it was on a bouncing floor, but that's kind of like that changes the the perception of the idea on this stuff. Melvin, you saying that they told you that they can do proper ashabaki without the fear you have on a normal grass ground. Totally, totally. The good thing about this is that you can probably put it on a grass ground. Obviously, you want to have a flat surface. For example, I can see I don't have access to a track that I could use like this, like they're doing it, just because there's so many people on the tracks that are around my place. But I could find a flat patch, or I could find maybe like something like cover, like a little like gazebo. I think this idea is great for putting it on top of grass or some cushion area like that. That's awesome. That's awesome. I don't know if it's going to make a difference if you put it like on cement versus, you know, like just having the floor like tile or cement. But if you're training on top of cement, you definitely would like to put something like this because it will keep the ground smoother. Because I think doing ashabaki on what's it called, on cement, it can be a little bit hard. But hey man, like this is awesome that we talked about this. If you guys think of any other things, any other bad habits that we need to be aware of when we're practicing on this other type of grounds, please share them with me. Please let me know, because I think this will be a great information for everybody to have, because we want to make sure that when we go back full force into a regular dojo, or even if your dojo it's like, you know, with rubber mats or hard tile, I think we want to be able to have the best kendo we can have.